let's continue moving on here to the next series. We have the Houston Rockets versus the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, people have been fiending for this series because what Amen Thompson did to Steph Curry a couple of weeks ago, really holding him scoreless, close to scoreless. I think he only scored like 7 points in that game when Amen Thompson was on him. But the Houston Rockets have been fantastic this season. Jalen Green has been stepping up. Alfred Sengun has been pretty good. The center of Amen Thompson, we're going to see what he is like on this big stage, just on Tate as well. So there's a couple guys here for the Houston Rockets that are just going to be Rough Riders, Jabari Smith Jr., that they're going to be able to throw at the Golden State Warriors, and we'll see what happens with this series here. Looking at it from the Golden State side of things, 23-8, I believe, since the Jimmy Butler trade. Obviously, we're trying to battle out of the play-in. We're able to win that game against Memphis by the skin of their teeth, battling a bunch of injuries there. And it's going to come down to the Chef and the Butler. Yeah, I just said that. The nicknames for the Curry-Butler duo, and see if they can just get enough possessions out of those guys. And I think down the stretch, I don't know if Houston has enough offense. And that's why I'm leaning towards the Warriors in 6. I don't know if Houston has enough offense to battle this Golden State Warriors team. And obviously there's some things there questionable with Jonathan Kuminga. I'm going to stand on that. He's been averaging 21-7 in the games played against the Golden State Warriors this season, but he wasn't able to, he fell out of the rotation the past couple games there with Steve Kerr deciding not to play him, which is questionable to me because I think Jonathan Kuminga can add something to this team that those other guys that he was playing can't. Agree or disagree, but that's just how I feel on it. But looking at this team, I think the Warriors are just going to make the most out of the possessions, even though they do turn over the ball, even though Steph Curry does cough it up at certain points in time, and that the Houston Rockets are going to be gung-ho on pressuring Stephen Curry and trying to make him make mistakes, trying to tire him down. This is an older Steph, so it's going to be tough there. So we'll see. It's going to be obviously a defensive matchup style of the Houston Rockets and see if they can find that shooting form that they had in the middle of the season towards January, where they were one of the better shooting teams in the league. It's obviously fallen off. But if they can figure out a way to wear down Steph Curry, they have a chance. And I think people are looking at this upset because they're already looking ahead to a potential matchup of the Lakers and the Warriors, LeBron and Curry, having that much star power, Jimmy Butler, Luka Doncic. I think people are looking ahead. And I'm going to give the Houston Rockets their credit. I just don't think right now they have enough to upset this Warriors team. And obviously the Warriors team is bagged down with injuries. Knick-knack injuries to Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry. They're tired. They've been playing all season. Those guys have been wearing down, not much depth, depending on guys who are unknown, unproven. But I think Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler are good enough to win a series. At least a series with Draymond Green. I think they're good enough to win a series here. And I got the Warriors in 6. Even though the Houston Rockets have shown a lot defensively, especially with Ime Udoka putting the battery in those young guys back, it's going to be rocking in Houston, obviously. These teams have gone back, maybe not these iteration of these teams have gone back and forth for the past couple of years, especially with the James Harden, Steph Curry era. Houston was a consistent threat to Golden State during that time. It's completely different now, younger team for Houston, older team, transformation team for the Golden State Warriors. But I just think they get enough possessions out of it. And it's going to be tough because you got Alfred Sengun on Houston, you got Steven Adams on Houston who rebound and play tough on that end down low. It's just, am I going to go the Warriors? Yeah, I'm going to go the Warriors because I just think Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry are going to get enough possessions out of that game. I just think they're going to get enough possessions. It's going to be a valiant effort by Houston. They're going to put up a great fight, but I think they're going to go down kind of like Memphis did, where it's close. They're going to battle. They're going to have some moments where it looks like they're going to win, but I think Golden State just squeaks it out in that series.